Hey there, and welcome. Are you ready to go on an amazing journey? We're about to uncover one of nature's coolest secrets, a story about a real-life superhero and its incredible transformation. Have you ever just stopped and wondered, how does a little wiggling, crawling critter that spends all its time just munching away on leaves somehow turn into what looks like a beautiful, flying flower that just dances in the sky? So, how does that happen? Well, let's dive in and find out. Okay, so our whole adventure starts in a really, really small and quiet place. This is the very first chapter in our little hero's life. A mama butterfly is super smart. She finds the perfect leaf and lays a tiny little egg. Sometimes it's no bigger than the head of a pin. And that leaf isn't just a safe little bed. Nope, it's also going to be the baby's very first meal. So, tucked away inside that little egg, our tiny hero is growing and getting all ready for its grand entrance. And when the time is just right, pop, a tiny caterpillar wiggles its way out into the big, wide world. All right, our hero has hatched, and now it has a very, very important job to do. You could even call it a quest, the Great Caterpillar Feast. And what is this big quest, you ask? Oh, it's just to eat. Seriously, a caterpillar's main job is to munch and crunch on leaves pretty much all day long. It's like a little eating machine, storing up all the energy it's going to need for the huge change that's coming up. So, the caterpillar's life is actually pretty simple. First, it hatches. Easy enough. Second, it eats. A lot. Third, it grows so much that its skin gets way too tight. So what does it do? For step 4, it has to wiggle right out of its old skin, kind of like how we grow out of our clothes. And it does this a few times, getting bigger and bigger with each new outfit. Now, here's a totally wild fact for you. For all that crawling around and munching, a caterpillar needs a ton of muscles. And get this, it has about 27,000 of them. To put that in perspective, we humans only have about 650 in our entire body. Isn't that incredible? After all that eating and all that growing, our hero is finally ready for the next part of its journey. And this is the most mysterious part of all. It's time for a truly magical change. So once the caterpillar is nice and plump from all those leaves, it finds a safe, hidden spot on a little twig or under a leaf. Then it hangs itself upside down, making a little J shape, and it gets very, very still. This is the big signal. Something amazing is about to happen. The caterpillar then sheds its skin one last time, but something totally different is underneath. It's a hard, protective case called a chrysalis. Really, you can just think of it as a magical sleeping bag, where the real transformation is about to take place. Now, from the outside, the chrysalis just hangs there. It doesn't move at all. You'd think nothing is going on. But shh! Inside, it's a whole different story. The caterpillar's body is basically turning into a kind of caterpillar soup. It's completely rebuilding itself into something brand new. Pure magic. After about a week or two, the wait is finally over. The magic is all done, and a brand new hero is ready to say hello to the world. All of a sudden, the chrysalis starts to shake a little bit. It wiggles and it wobbles, and then a tiny crack appears. And it gets bigger and bigger until finally a new creature slowly, carefully starts to push its way out. Wow! It's a butterfly, but when it first comes out, its wings are all crumpled up and wet. So it has to hang there for a little while and patiently pump fluid into them to make them big and strong. Then it just has to wait for them to dry out in the sun. And then, once those beautiful wings are dry and ready to go, our hero takes its very first flight. It flutters up, up into the air, a flying flower, all set to explore the world in a completely new way. So our hero has totally, completely changed. But just how different is this new life? Let's take a look and compare the caterpillar it used to be to the butterfly it is now. I mean, the change is just unbelievable, right? The caterpillar crawled everywhere, but the butterfly flies. The caterpillar chewed up solid leaves, but the butterfly sips sweet liquid nectar from flowers. It went from being short and chubby to long and graceful. It's almost like it became a totally different animal. But hey, the story doesn't just end with that first flight. Our hero now has a new and super important purpose, and it's one that brings our whole adventure full circle. That's right. The butterfly's new mission is to travel from flower to flower, and then find those perfect leaves to lay its own tiny eggs. And by doing that, it starts the entire amazing life cycle all over again for a whole new generation of butterflies. So there it is. From a tiny egg to a hungry caterpillar to a mysterious chrysalis, and finally to a beautiful butterfly that starts the journey all over again. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? The next time you're in a garden or a park, just think, where will the next tiny egg begin its great adventure?